My name is Tapani Saarinen. In this workshop, we will explore how generative AI can help teacher professional growth and boost learning quality. This presentation was part of the European School Teacher Forum 2025 held in Cyprus. The topic of this teacher forum was well-being, and my presentation deals with one of the main objectives, improving teachers' level of well-being, and the forum key pillars satisfaction with self and work, sense of meaning and purpose, and motivation to continue teaching and quality of the learning environments. This workshop has three parts. First, we have a big picture of the artificial intelligence and try to create sense of meaning and motivation to teach from that perspective. Secondly, we will work with the prompts to plan and reflect on the learning process. And thirdly, in light of all this, we will reflect on well-being and ethics. The first part, main idea, holds that it is essential that school is connected to the society around it. If we understand and place our teaching work into the time we're living and if we use those opportunities we have, this may contribute to the sense of meaning and motivation to work as a teacher. One of the key issues affecting the time we're living in and giving us new opportunities can be found in the development of artificial intelligence and the connected field of biotechnology and nanotechnology. Artificial intelligence for the teacher is a really interesting topic because since the beginning of artificial intelligence and its development, this field is very much connected to the specialty of the teacher, learning. The main premise of the Dartmouth summer school held in the 50s was that learning in principle is something which can be described so precisely that based on this knowledge we can make machines which learn. Already from the 1980s we have the work of Seymour Papert, for example in his book Mindstorms, where he combines the learning theories used at school world to the study of artificial intelligence. At the time of recording this, we are approaching artificial general intelligence, and even singularity might be in few decades away. The work of a teacher includes many things and aspects, but developing intelligence is one of those things. And what a fascinating time we live in, seeing also this artificial intelligence develop. And here we arrive to the second part of this workshop. With the generative artificial intelligence as a co-intelligence of teacher, we can reflect and develop our pedagogical skills. This inspiring opportunity for professional growth may lead to increased motivation to teach, quality of learning, and other things. For example, happiness with the work, and ultimately our well-being as a teacher. So, if we aim at the quality of learning, where exactly do we aim at? Is it the zone of potential development, reaching the syllabus attainment descriptions, everything in this list, or some particular goals? Or if we say that the AI can help our professional growth, what exactly does that then mean? Again, some aspect of this list, or everything? And if we reflect on the learning process, does the data come from observations, assignments, test portfolio, questions, or maybe learning analytics of the digital learning environment? And before going to the prompts, some general orientations for the use of AI. Are we using AI to augment and enhance our skills as a teacher? Or is AI used to replace teacher skills? It is good to realize that AI is an entity which is good in learning, and when it has learned something, it really knows it. So when teachers around the world pour in their pedagogical wisdom into the generative AI, they create a universal super teacher which can help us and help students. Whoever has motivation and will to study can benefit from generative AI, which is already very good in asking and answering questions, generating multiple solutions to a problem, engaging in dialogue, providing feedback, and simulating various levels of student skill. A prompt is a way to interact with the generative AI. It is an instruction given to the artificial intelligence system to elicit a specific response or behavior. And a rubric is the structured set of criteria or guidelines designed to shape the response. We can choose 3 strategies to interact with the AI. We can create our own prompts. We can tell AI what we want and ask it to suggest prompts. Or we can use critical thinking in the iterative process and communicate with the AI. Maybe we want to use the combination of all these 3. The rubrics can include various criteria. If you use your own criteria, that's all right. If you use criteria of your institution, make sure that those criteria are available online, so they are public. When we move on with the following prompts, maybe you would like to stop the video, to read the prompt peacefully, to analyze it, maybe to write it or a version of it, and try to see what kind of answers you get and how you can then make them better. Our first prompt has a basic structure which includes goal, context, source, and expectations. And here we have one example where we have a rubric which says that students should be seen as active learners and we should use various learning strategies for optimizing learning. There is also a source which is actually a syllabus webpage which AI uses. And our basic procedure includes writing prompts, evaluating the output, and then refining, editing that output with asking more from the AI. In our second example, our prompt has a persona, task, context, and format. So we invite the artificial intelligence to take a role, in this case that of Galileo Galilei, and answering questions which students can pose to this historical person. In this third example of a prompt, we use Bloom's taxonomy of educational outcomes to reflect and plan our learning. We also have a material to use in this planning and reflection. In the next example, we have reflected on the learning process and we try to make an intervention, trying to address those issues we have noticed with the help of AI and using the growth mindset as a rubric and guideline. In our last example of a prompt, we create a co-intelligence to reflect together in a dialogue, and we use a rubric Inspire, which has been developed at the Stanford University. Here we can test and develop our pedagogical thinking with the help of the AI tutor. There are many things which challenge the teacher well-being. Generative AI might not address all of those, but it can help in some areas. Thinking about the ethics of the AI, it is important to realize that how much ethical consideration is necessary or possible during the school day. Ethics has many questions, but one key question is to think, what does it mean for us if others are better in using and developing AI? Secondly, does our time and energy go in finding the best possible uses of AI to help our students? When using AI, it's good not to outsource our own thinking and brain. We can address various learning needs with tailored prompts and help our students with the AI-generated insights. With the prompts we have studied in this workshop, we have noticed that they can be an opportunity for the professional growth. Thank you. Thank you very much for your interest. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you have comments and good ideas. Thank you very much.